No, don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter, but I say, he's no Canelo.
Fight fans, welcome back.
This is a legacy fight. This is a generational fight, that will be talked about for years.
The specifics are nailed down, and the hype is about to ramp up.
Las Vegas, free on Netflix.
Canelo!
The fight of the decade will land in Las Vegas as two generational kings battle to secure a career-defining chef's kiss.
It feels like all of Mexico is marching with him.
A fiery Mexican bull
Cuts by Canelo.
against a crafty American matador.
So creative, so amazing in every single way.
If he wins this fight, he enters that GOAT conversation.
However, while arguments boil and opinions sway, there's one man who knows better than anybody.
Smaller, faster fighter, walking a tightrope against the bigger, stronger guy.
So here we look at the only fighter that has witnessed the power, skills, and speed of both.
You are looking at a man who some boxing experts believe holds a lottery ticket. Win impressively here tonight, and some believe he's in line for a multi-million-dollar mega fight, perhaps as Floyd Mayweather's next opponent.
Canelo Khan came out of nowhere, and when the Brit picked up the phone in 2016, he was already a 34-fight professional, well adjusted to the bright lights of Las Vegas.
And Khan might be going to finish in right here. Caught by a left hook as he does so, and down for a second time.
He'd overcome the likes of Maidana, Judah, and Alexander.
I don't think he's bothered about that.
Good right hand by Khan. And down goes Maidana on a tremendous body down.
And since being clipped by Danny Garcia in 2012, he was now 5 fights unbeaten.
I think I've proven myself, and who else is there out there for Floyd? Nobody, so nowhere to hide. So nowhere to hide.
To many, Amir's fearless reputation and lightning attributes were deserving of a Money May showdown.
He's had a couple impressive victories. So that fight would make a lot of sense.
However, despite 35,000 votes and 60% favor, Floyd clearly had other plans.
Canelo!
Having patched up his own Mayweather wounds, Canelo was also back on track. He'd secured 4 dominant back-to-back wins where he'd outgunned the heavy hitters and outworked the smooth movers.
And he goes down right on the chin. Again, he tells him to bring it. And Canelo
Kirkland can get up, he's going to fight. He's always going to want to fight.
This time, I don't think he's getting up.
And it's now a decade since that Puerto Rico-Mexico rivalry lit up Vegas in a bid to propel the youngster's popularity to a whole new level.
The undisputed fight of the year and one of the biggest events of the last decade.
Cotto was 36 and battling all the odds on paper, but he certainly didn't fight like a man who was on the way out.
He's able to walk through some of these punches and keep going forward. Canelo's are harder shots. Another left uppercut lands.
I have respect for him, but I'm not afraid of anybody. I'll fight anybody, anytime. I'm not afraid of anybody. And if you guys don't believe me, I'll get back in the ring, put the gloves on, and I'll go another 12 rounds.
For obvious reasons, not many people wanted to fight this version of Canelo, but with a Floyd rematch looking possible and Golovkin talks gaining traction, Saul would need another big name in the interim to keep the momentum going.
Who's the biggest name that you can get in the ring to make a big pay-per-view fight with on Cinco de Mayo, which is now your day? Amir Khan had the guts to come up in weight and do it.
It's a fight that people are going to always talk about. Going to make history, and I'm going to make history by beating Alvarez.
Canelo is going to beat the shit out of Amir Khan.
I expected Canelo being huge when I walked in to the press conference, and I was bigger than him. I didn't really see him being the big monster that everyone says he is.
From T-Mobile Arena, it's T-minus now.
Despite being presented with a daunting reality on the night,
I knew that he was going to be a big guy. Didn't think he was going to be that big. And when I saw him in the ring, I thought, wow, he's like the same guy who just weighed in next to me.
Khan's lightning-quick start certainly raised eyebrows.
Desde un principio lo dije, él es un peleador rápido que los primeros asaltos se me iba a complicar.
And what a display of hand speed by Khan there.
But Saul trusted his power and engine, and just one wrong step or split second too long on the center line would be disastrous.
Como lo dije, también tengo la experiencia para poder descifrarlo y solamente estaba esperando el momento oportuno y fue lo que pasó.
As well as taking away his
What did we witness tonight?
What Canelo had to do. I mean, and that's exactly what he did. And Canelo's, like I said, is only getting better.
He boxed well. You know, it was almost a shame to see the KO. I wanted to see how things would play out as the rounds progressed. I wanted to see if Canelo would panic if the rounds kept progressing that way.
But what gave me confidence to see that if it happened to a fighter like Pacquiao as well, and he can come back from it, then I'm sure I can come back from it. I have a big heart.
But his defiance would see him reappear 2 years later for one last surge back down amongst a thriving welterweight mixing pot.
On his comeback as Carl closes in on another major fight.
You go out and you tweet to the heavyweight champion of the world that he can have your leftovers?
He made Phil LaGreco pay for his pre-fight jibes. And proved too explosive, despite another scare against Samuel Vargas.
And here comes Amir Khan with a burst, and down goes Vargas. The fighting pride of Bolton, England.
Amir was ready for another opportunity to shock the boxing world, and 6 months later, he'd get it.
Bob Arum alongside you, he's saying that you rank in the same breath as Sugar Ray Leonard.
Triple division world champ here in Vegas. But Crawford on top of the world.
34 fights unbeaten, the brilliance of Terence Crawford was turning world-level operators into average Joes.
Backhands right into the body. That's going to be a brilliant performance from a brilliant fighter.
He'd stopped 8 of his last 9 inside the distance, and last time out, against Jose Benavidez Jr., the Nebraskan turned his most fierce buildup into one of his most impressive finishes.
Alright, brother, I promise you after that fight I'm gonna gift you that free gift to the dentist because you need a picture of my SD.
That old phrase, that if you're gonna talk the talk, you better walk the walk.
Having felt the full force of Canelo, a Crawford matchup probably didn't seem too daunting for Khan, but swapping brawn for brains, this would be a different kind of punishment.
He's up against it, but no, he's got a chance. Every fighter's got a chance, and Khan has proved he's a world-class fighter.
Crawford licked his lips as the Brit was enticed back onto U.S. soil.
I know the game plan and it's nice and fresh in my mind. I know that he's gonna try to come to win, but I have to be one step ahead, and I worked very hard for this.
Khan would need to start fast again to have any chance of an upset.
An absolute cacophony here in the garden, and the action underway.
But caught wrong-footed and reaching in, the Nebraskan capitalized in the opener, and the face said it all.
Bob Crawford with a first-round knockdown.
It happened so quick, got put down. It was just one more flash knockdown, I just quickly changed my game plan up.
Timing beats speed, and this calm, masterful performance from Crawford showed it.
Crawford really doesn't care. He's on the attack.
He's hurt right now. He's hurt.
Round 6 flashbacks would resurface as this time a body shot ended the fight in controversial fashion.
There was a low blow. It was below the belt. He went to his corner. He tried to come out of it, get prepared to go back into the fight, but all of a sudden he didn't respond to his trainer, Virgil Hunter, who then called the fight, Teddy.
People are saying Amir quit. Could you speak to the people that say that?
You didn't quit? Tell the truth.
Nah, I didn't quit, bro.
So what happened?
Quit. I'm telling you, I never quit.
What happened?
I mean, I think I was hit
I'm
with a low
asking
shot.
you what happened.
I was hit with a low shot.
We've got Canelo Crawford coming up. You fought them both.
Yeah.
Who's your winner in that one?
Initially, Khan downplayed the idea of Bud moving up.
Yeah, I don't think that should happen. Look, I like Crawford, and I think Canelo is a beast that way, honestly. I would advise Crawford not to do that.
But having since spent time in camp with Crawford preparing for Brook, that opinion switched.
Crawford could beat him because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit for.
Hey, I told them, they don't know how strong I am.
From a fan perspective, one night was certainly much more conclusive.
A spectacular knockout, a Triple G kind of a knockout.
But Khan's efforts give us some idea of how it could play out.
Canelo's strong and is easily hit.
Alvarez getting his jab going, but he missed with the right hand, and Khan countered accurately in return.
Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't even hit clean. So really, that's the difference.
He smells blood. He's like a shark right now. He knows he's weakening.
Terence's skill set can throw any preformed game plan out the window, but Saul's power can still turn any success into a distant memory.
I'm telling y'all, that's a 50-50 fight.
Okay.
That's a 50-50 fight. It's actually perfect timing for both guys.
You have a lot of experience in the boxing ring, including experience sparring two of the most elite fighters in the game today who just so happen to be fighting each other. Canelo, Crawford. What do you think, and how is sparring with each guy?
The Canelo-Crawford size disparity prevents the usual influx of sparring stories and insider information. But where Khan did it in a professional capacity, Kyron Davis is one of the very rare few to have witnessed both styles away from the bright lights.
Terence Crawford has sneaky power, you know. Every punch isn't hard, but he puts them in there. He's very accurate, which is even better than punching power. He hits you right on the money.
Canelo was a big guy, and it's gonna be a lot.
You take a punch, huh?
I mean, you're not gonna hurt Canelo.
Davis gained a ton of credibility recently by beating hot prospect Elijah Garcia on the Tank vs. Frank undercard.
Garcia got a good round for Kyron, shut it down. Davis. Kyron Davis just picks up the biggest win of his career.
And he favors the bigger man for the most part, but acknowledges, just like Khan, that if anyone can pull it off, it's Bud.
It's just always tough for a guy to come to 168 and grab that many weight classes up and do something like that. If anybody can do it, it'll be Terence Crawford.
The reality is Canelo does put people out, dude. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Another man who mirrors Kyron's insights is Alexis Rocha, another solid fighter in that same fortunate position.
You sparred Canelo.
Yeah.
You sparred Crawford. Break down their fight.
Terence Crawford, yes, there is weight classes for a reason, but he has that good size and he has that reach and he has that boxing IQ. That's the most important thing. I think Crawford will hold his own very good in that fight.
The camp recollections are a credit to both men, essentially being that if you've ever sparred with Canelo and felt his power, you assume he's going to decapitate Bud.
He's going to spar heavyweights. He drops heavyweights.
He's dropped heavyweights?
Well, I've seen it.
I've seen him spar heavyweights inside his gym.
He drops heavyweights.
Yeah.
He hurts him.
Powerful to the body. The body shots is different.
Yeah.
But if you've ever sparred with Crawford and witnessed his IQ, then you'll fancy his chances of upsetting the odds.
Crawford technically is the best fighter in the world, and if he can hold off Canelo's power, I could easily see him outboxing him.
Within Canelo performance he just had and them two just sizing up, I definitely got Terence all the way for sure.
I spar with big bro all the time, you know what I'm saying? It's all about the mental, bro, you know what I'm saying? You believe in yourself, you can do that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I think bro can do it.
Either way, what initially looked like a complete whitewash,
Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
is being drawn into closer and closer contest, dividing the opinions of even the most brilliant boxing brains.
I've seen him spar with really big guys and doing well. He's a strong guy. I picked Crawford to win that fight.
I think Canelo will lose 3 or 4 rounds at the beginning, but then once he starts pounding on him, as it's been for the last 6-7 fights at Canelo, after the 6th or 7th round, it's a sparring session for him.
The devil is in the details. The kind of details that don't really show in camp, not even at the weigh-ins. They show when the lights burn down, the intensity rises, and the cracks start to form.
Trying to come forward, trying to deliver combinations, and Crawford avoiding them.
But Canelo's pressure is starting to intensify.
And only then will we see which fighter's told you so narrative really stands the test of time.
It's happened. Canelo Crawford, 13th of September in Las Vegas. Thank you for everyone.